Well, as you can plainly see, it's snowing here. And we are actually on our way to run a couple errands and try to find our Christmas ham. So I hope you have a great day. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later today. Tried to get in the car and couldn't get the car door open because of this switch between snow and rain and it being warmer temps and then going down colder temps, and it's getting a little frustrating, but my husband was able to get the door open, so that way I didn't have to crawl across to find my seat. Oh, that would not have been a pretty picture. But anyways, I will talk to you again later. Isn't it pretty, all this snow? It's awful to drive in, but it certainly is beautiful. None of the animals are out. It must be too cold and snowy. I don't see any of them. Well, here I am back out in the cold and the snow because I forgot to pick up the eggnog. And I get my eggnog from Duran Farms also, so it's nice and farm fresh. And you've not tasted eggnog until you've tasted this eggnog. That's why I will come out in the snow no matter what. Anyways, it's beautiful out here, but it's a bit treacherous. Talk to you after a bit. This is my road, and we're just going up the hill, and I thought I would show you the beauty of the snow. Yep, so here we are. And yeah, my car is slipping, but that's okay. That's what ABS is helpful for. You know, when they say hear the snow crunch, if you don't live in snow country, you really do hear the snow crunch. Well, I ended up going out to Waterford to the pharmacy to get my husband some Mucinex. It seems to be settling from his sinuses and down into his bronchial tube. So hopefully he'll be a little more comfortable, but I could hear him all afternoon coughing as he was sleeping. So hopefully that'll help. And I was able to find the 12-hour, so that ought to be a little bit easier on him, because it's not like he can worry about taking something every 4 hours. So just got back, and the roads, the main roads are very clear. But let me tell you, those sidewalks are treacherous. You can see that they have put out salt and that, but it's 19, and I think the cutoff for salt to really start to work is 18, and I think that we're right at that threshold where it's just really slippery, the sidewalks are. Good evening, everyone. I hope you've had a very wonderful day. And tonight, I wanted to talk to you about our mouths. And I'm going to be reading from Proverbs 21:23. It says, "Those who guards their mouths and their tongues keeps themselves from calamity." In the New King James Version, that verse reads, "Whoever guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from troubles." Have you ever heard just a really juicy piece of gossip from someone? And in all actuality, what you do next is what's going to count with God. First, you might say, I'll remember that person in my prayers. Now the conversation's shifted from the shadows of secrecy into the light of genuine caring. I don't know if any of you have ever been the recipient of gossip. And it can be a very difficult and heartbreaking place to find yourself. Because most gossip is only based in some truth, not all truth. And that, in turn, can cause damage to one's reputation with other people. Second, consider whether or not the information you've heard is true. And whether or not it's true, you need to ask yourself, is this something that I should be repeating? The Holy Spirit provides good counsel for that question, because truthfully, the reputation of another child of God is at stake. Third, implement your God-given judgment by doing the kindest thing you can. Sometimes kindness lies in speaking of the matter in the best terms possible in keeping with the truth. At other times, it's just remaining silent. What you say or don't say lightens the burden of gossip for another person and heightens the respect that others will hold for us. So the next time you hear all the dirty details, respond with God's spirit of kindness, with His truth, and in love. After all, this is how He responds to us every day. Henry James says, 3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. The third is to be kind. I think that sums it up, because gossip can be totally destructive. Now, there is times when perhaps what you've heard needs to be dealt with, but it needs to be dealt with in a way that is kind. And it is certainly not by repeating what you've heard to someone else. And perhaps if we're not sure how to handle something, we need to take the counsel of a wise person and allow them to help us sort through what to do. In Philippians 4, I want to read that to you, verse 8. It says, "Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of a good report, if there is any virtue, if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things." And I know that it says that we should meditate on these things, but I love the way the Amplified Bible puts the end of that verse. It says that we should take account of these things. We need to weigh them. So the next time you hear all the dirty details, maybe the best thing to do is to just put a guard over your mouth. Think on what is true, what is good, and what is lovely, and pray for that person. And don't even repeat anything. And as always, remember, life happens, so let's enjoy it. And also keep this in mind. Another person's reputation can be destroyed. And in the meantime, that reputation that's been destroyed, the soul can be broken. The spirit of that person can become broken. And when the spirit of a person is broken, it's difficult to put the pieces back together. Just like a broken cup or vase. And no matter how hard one tries, the scars of that brokenness remains. So God bless. Take care and good night.